Ignorance too has a point of view. You should ask, says who? Well, what is ignorance? Let me tell you. Aren't we all living in our own trance? What we view or know is our only substance. Knowledge, whether too much or too little, leads to guilt, prejudice, and opinions brittle. We fortify it with more knowledge and more again. It's a self hypnosis of sorts in terms of what I understand, but that's only how far it goes and leaves me stuck in quicksand. Ignorance, on the contrary, is my bliss. I didn't say awareness. I said ignorance, and did you miss? Knowledge makes me anxious, leaves me in a state of fuss. Ignorance feasts on being curious and keeps me in a lively state of flux. And on that cue, let's examine a point of view. Vision takes us to a vantage. The vantage gives us a viewpoint, and the viewpoint our views. या यूं कहें नजर से नजरिया और नजरिया से नजारे. नजर जो देखे उस पे आपका नजरिया और नजरिया से ही तो आपके नजारे होते हैं. Isn't all else beyond my viewpoint a pointless exercise? That's when I allow my curiosity's demise. It's just me and my opinion, alas, preserved on ice. Even as I'm held captive by my viewpoint, who am I to judge what you view or anoint? Opinion. She can be so self-limiting, बेचारी. ये जो चिलमन है, दुश्मन है हमारी. The interplay of life is like that of curtains with the day. I have long curtains in my bedroom. I like them shy and neatly tied. Last night I thought of a variation that I tried. I didn't tie my curtains. I just dropped them like a veil covering my window and view. And then, as I compare with what I had for a feast yesterday, is today by the tender strands of threads in my curtains kept away. Isn't this how we perceive life, based on our views and viewpoints? Perhaps at best miss some and connect some dots and joints. The tapestry of life is based on our line of sight. Our sight is limited. It doesn't peel the dark and sees only what is bright. It's the same lass that appeared from beneath the sheet of her night. Yesterday she glowed and shone in her finery. Her walk was slow and graceful. Her heels were pink. She with beaded clouds as anklets for jewelry wore sun for her mink. How she had tiptoed and smiled and unpursed her lips. How she had filled with light my world with golden tips. This morning is different. Today, wrapped in curtains drawn, she's curled and furled and tad distant and withdrawn. I know too that I may be with or out of my breath, but it is just the curtain that between her and me is the shed. If only I open my windows and ventilate my soul, the curtains will part and entitle me to a hole. As for you out there, don't just wake up and remain in your own trap or snare. Keep the views, but don't grudge anything, for instance. The lack of evidence does not mean the lack of existence. We merely play the musical chairs between the vantage points all, pull aside the drapes of what one knows, and prepare to hear how new bells toll. I remain curious as I await her next call. Yogi at Yol, signing off. Your one life, live it.